Joining us on The Informer via Zoom all the way on the Gold Coast is Dr. Liz Isenring. I love the new background. Liz, it's perfect. It places you right at the very heart of LINC nutrition, and it tells us exactly where you are, which is for all the people watching on The Informer right across the country and across the world, however they access it on the various social media platforms. Let's talk about LINC nutrition and the goals that you've set for 2021.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, I am on a mission to help 1 million people to get healthy and stay healthy. And obviously at the beginning of the year is the perfect time because I'm sure, as you've probably heard in your chats and interviews with everyone, you know, a lot of people have been eating and drinking their way through COVID and then through Christmas. So, you know, a lot of people are ready to do the reset, which I think is great. However, I would like them to do it in a healthy and sustainable way, as opposed to, you know, looking for those crazy quick fixes and fad diets and then falling off and then, you know, going back to their old ways. So,
Liz, yeah. I hear you, but something that's cropped up, and it's been a real problem for a great many people across Australia and across the globe. They've been stuck at home, or they've been stuck, you know, somewhere where they don't have access to the things that they normally access. They haven't had the freedom to virtually go out the door and walk and travel to the local Grampians or some beautiful natural park and just walk for hours. We've been seriously compromised. So what's happened? People have done what people have notoriously done when they've got a problem: comfort eating.
Absolutely.
And they become sedentary, really set in their ways. Then of course the government has spent, and I mean all governments across the country have spent the better part of the 9 months scaring the hell out of us. So people shore up, they make their home a bit of a fortress, and they just chomp away. They order online and they order everything and anything, and a great lot of it is not good, healthy stuff.
Yeah, completely agree.
So how do we break that down? How do we get over that hump?
Okay, so I like to look at it as, you know, I call it the 3 pillars of mindset, menu, and movement. And for a lot of people, I think that missing piece of the puzzle is mindset. So if you're happy to think of us, you know, the human body is an amazing thing. And I like to say we need to think of ourselves as high performance vehicles, you know, like a sports car. So I think I'm a red Ferrari, a little bit of an older model, but still powerful. So I don't know what you let me know if you think what sort of sports car or vehicle you are.
I'm what they call a turbocharged Porsche Cayenne.
Boy,
thank you very much.
Sounds very good, very powerful.
But I'm reminded with exotic cars or high performance vehicles, it requires a great deal of care and attention.
Perfect. You've nailed it. So to me, the mindset we need to look at as the driver. And so, you know, we're driving along and then suddenly we hit a bump, or we go off track, which is, of course, for many of us, has happened in COVID. We need that driver or our mindset to bring us back on track. And likewise, menu, the nutrition, the fuel, as you've just said, if you've got this beautiful, you know, vehicle, sports car that's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, you're not going to use the cheap stuff on it. We need the proper fuel to really get the best performance of the car. And likewise with movement or fitness, it's the engine, it's the powerhouse, and that's where we need our movement and our exercise. So I think if we look at it more in that way as purely comfort, which is what many people have done, but think that, you know, we've got this one body for life, we've got to really look after it. And, you know, happy to break down the mindset a little bit more, because I think that's what people need at the moment. I think,
There's another component or complexity that we can add to that. And that is because of so many layoffs, so many people compromised by their work, that's affected their take-home pay or their wages. And we've seen government support, which is limited, and I believe in a matter of weeks, some of that will be stopped. So we have another dilemma. We have people with real a lack of confidence. So when you're doing that and you're counting the dollars, going out and buying the best produce, the leanest meat or whatever, that costs money. And when people are at the other end feeling it, where's the compromise? What can we do to sort of understand these are difficult times and we can cover all the bases?
Absolutely. Well, I know what you're saying, and that, we're bombarded with fast foods and all the, meal deals and all this for $5 and whatever. And on the surface of it, it seems like it is great value. However, a lot of the time it's, too high in fat and sugar and empty calories and all of that. We've actually done some really great costing, and I'm happy to share that, where you can develop really beautiful, healthy food at very reasonable prices. But it does mean that you normally have to do more cooking at home, which for a lot of people have rediscovered, cooking. So for a lot of people who already enjoy cooking or know how to cook, that can be fabulous. It means using cheaper but just as nourishing products, things like legumes, for example, good old lentils and chickpeas, whether they're dried or from canned, very high protein source, great for gut health, actually great for the mood as well. You can feed a family for $1 or $2 on those sorts of things, combine them with some veggies or rice or pasta. Very nourishing, very healthy. But it means, I think, a little bit more effort needs to go into shopping and meal preparation. You can likewise, a lot of the takeaways now do have a couple of healthier options. It does mean that you need to have a little bit of the idea what you're looking for. But I agree, unfortunately, on the surface of it, even like just looking at your fruits and veggies, they do look to be more expensive. It doesn't have to be that way. I think, tips and tricks, things like, canned food, frozen. A lot of people, don't necessarily like the idea of frozen. And in fact, I like the taste of fresh, fruits and veggies myself better. But they're just as nutritious, and in some cases, even more nutritious, because they're actually packed at peak ripeness or at the perfect time, whereas a lot of our fresh things we buy in the supermarkets have actually been in cold storage, for weeks or months. So
if people want to know more about the better options available to them, would you suggest just getting onto the website LINC Nutrition?
Yes, absolutely. So the best is drliznutrition.com. So it's drliznutrition.com. And yes, I've got blogs and lots of free nutrition resources around that. And you've just given me a great thought. I'll make sure that I actually publish the one with the where we've got the costings in it as well, so that you can see that you can, still eat and feed, eat well, feed the family well, but on a budget, because obviously that is a huge concern for many at the moment.
Liz, thank you for telling us that 21 is a tremendously big opportunity if we address it with the right mindset. And I noticed that you mentioned only 1 million. There are nearly 26 million Australians. Why have we picked only 1 million?
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Because I thought I needed to start somewhere. I know, maybe I need to, the whole of Australia. Let's start with 1 million, then we'll do Australia, then we'll go global.
Okay. Liz Isenring, as always, it's tremendous to catch up. And thank you for reminding us again of the sorts of things that we need to take on board. And if we can get a bit more positive in our mindset, then surely 21 has got to be a much, much better year than what 2020 presented.
Yeah, I think we all want that to be the case. So let's make it so.
Look forward to catching up with you again. Dr. Liz Isenring from LINC Nutrition. But if you want to catch up with her, it's Dr. Liz Nutrition.
Nutrition.
Okay, perfect. Fantastic. Thank you. All the very best.
Thank you.